Genesis 1-3, the story of beginnings. And God said, "Let there be light." And it was good. God created everything with purpose and perfection. Humanity was created in God's own image. In the beginning the earth was formless and empty, cloaked in darkness. The Spirit of God hovered over the waters, ready to bring forth life. On the first day God commanded, "Let there be light," and light burst forth, piercing the darkness. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness, calling the light day and the darkness night. This marked the end of the first day. On the second day, God created the sky, forming a vast expanse to separate the waters above from the waters below. He called this expanse heaven. The sky stretched out, a beautiful canvas of blue, marking the end of the second day. The third day brought the gathering of waters into one place, allowing dry land to appear. God called the dry land earth, and the gathered waters seas. He saw that it was good. Then God commanded the earth to bring forth vegetation, plants yielding seeds and trees bearing fruit. The earth blossomed with greenery, flowers and trees of every kind, each producing seeds according to its kind. This was the end of the third day. On the fourth day, God created the celestial bodies. He made two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars, setting them in the expanse of the sky to give light on the earth, to govern the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness. God saw that it was good, and this marked the end of the fourth day. The fifth day saw the creation of living creatures in the waters and birds in the sky. God commanded the waters to teem with living creatures, and the skies to be filled with birds. He blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth." This was the end of the fifth day. On the sixth day, God created the animals to fill the earth, livestock, creatures that move along the ground, and wild animals, each according to its kind. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them, male and female he created them. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky and over every living creature that moves on the ground." This marked the end of the sixth day, and on the seventh day God finished his work of creation. He rested from all his work, blessing the seventh day and making it holy, because on it he rested from all the work of creating that he had done. Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. The Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground. It is not good for man to be alone. Eden was a place of beauty, balance, and deep relationship with God. Marriage and stewardship were divine gifts. In the beginning, the Garden of Eden was a paradise unlike any other. It was a place where the air was always fresh, the water always pure, and the land always fertile. The garden was filled with an abundance of life, from the smallest insects to the largest animals, all living in perfect harmony. The trees bore fruit in every season, and the flowers bloomed in a riot of colors, filling the air with their sweet fragrance. The Lord God, in his infinite wisdom and love, created man from the dust of the ground. He breathed life into him, and man became a living being. But God saw that it was not good for man to be alone, so he created a companion for him. From man's rib he fashioned a woman, and together they were to live in the garden, tending to it and enjoying its bounty. Eden was not just a physical paradise, it was a place of deep spiritual connection. Man and woman walked with God in the cool of the day, conversing with him and learning from him. They were given the responsibility of stewardship over the garden, to care for it and to nurture it. This stewardship was a divine gift, a reflection of God's own care and love for his creation. Marriage, too, was a divine gift. Man and woman were created to complement each other, to support and love each other. Their relationship was one of mutual respect and deep affection, a partnership in the truest sense of the word. Together, they were to be fruitful and multiply, filling the earth with their descendants. The beauty of the Garden of Eden was unparalleled. The streams flowed with crystal-clear water, the trees were laden with fruit, and the animals roamed freely, unafraid of each other or of man. The garden was a place of peace and tranquility, a sanctuary from the chaos of the outside world. As the sun set over the garden, casting a golden glow over the landscape, man and woman would sit by the stream, talking and laughing, enjoying each other's company and the beauty of their surroundings. The night sky over the garden was a tapestry of stars, twinkling brightly and filling the air with a sense of wonder and awe. In the Garden of Eden, man and woman were in perfect harmony with each other, with nature, and with God. They were free from fear, free from pain, and free from the burdens of the world. Their lives were filled with joy and contentment, a reflection of the paradise in which they lived. But the Garden of Eden was more than just a physical place. It was a symbol of the perfect relationship between God and man. It was a reminder of the love and care that God has for his creation, and of the responsibility that man has to care for the world around him. It was a place of beauty, balance, and deep relationship with God, a place where marriage and stewardship were divine gifts. In this paradise, man and woman were truly free. They were free to explore, to create, and to enjoy the world around them. They were free to love and to be loved, to care for each other and for the garden. And in this freedom they found true happiness and fulfillment. The Garden of Eden was a glimpse of what life could be like when man lives in harmony with God and with nature. It was a vision of a world where love, peace, and joy reign supreme, a world where man and woman can live in perfect harmony with each other and with the world around them. It was a place of beauty, balance, and deep relationship with God, a place where marriage and stewardship were divine gifts. Temptation led to disobedience. Sin separated humanity from God's immediate presence. Even in judgment, God clothed Adam and Eve, a sign of his mercy. In the beginning, the Garden of Eden was a paradise, a place where Adam and Eve lived in perfect harmony with nature and their Creator. They had everything they needed and were given only one command: not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The serpent, cunning and deceitful, approached Eve and questioned God's command, planting seeds of doubt in her mind. Did God really say, "You must not eat from any tree in the garden?" the serpent asked, twisting the truth. Eve, intrigued and tempted by the serpent's words, looked at the forbidden fruit. It was pleasing to the eye and desirable for gaining wisdom. She took some and ate it, and also gave some to Adam, who was with her, and he ate it too. In that moment their eyes were opened, and they realized they were naked. Shame and guilt washed over them, and they sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves. When they heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day, they hid among the trees. God called out to Adam, "Where are you?" Adam replied, "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." God asked, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from?" Adam blamed Eve, and Eve blamed the serpent. God pronounced judgment on all three. The serpent was cursed to crawl on its belly and eat dust all the days of its life. Eve was told she would experience pain in childbirth, and Adam was told he would toil and sweat to produce food from the ground. Despite their disobedience, God showed mercy by making garments of skin for Adam and Eve and clothing them. He then banished them from the Garden of Eden to prevent them from eating from the tree of life and living forever in their fallen state. Thus, the fall of man introduced sin and suffering into the world, but it also set the stage for God's redemptive plan for humanity. This is why you need to understand the creation story. In the beginning, God created hope, and today, that hope is still alive through Jesus Christ. If you enjoyed this video, please share it, subscribe to our channel, and drop a comment with your thoughts.